Naomba sote tusimame. Let us all arise.
Mourners stand up in their numbers at Jumbi Secondary School grounds in Mathioya constituency, Murang'a County, to bid farewell to one of the country's most visible political leaders, John Joseph Kamotho, popularly known as JJ Kamotho, who passed on 2 weeks ago, just a day after turning 72. The funeral mass, presided by Archbishop Peter Cairo of the Nyeri Catholic Archdiocese, assisted by Bishop James Maria Wainaina of Murang'a Diocese, bringing together a cross-section of political, religious and business leaders to eulogize a man who for 14 years was a fierce defender of the Independence Party KANU and headed key ministerial dockets during the reign of retired President Daniel Arap Moi, a man hailed as loyal and cordial even when he differed politically with his peers.
Sisi kama viongozi twaweza kujua ya kwamba vile JJ mwenyewe alijua ya kwamba siasa sio kujitakia wewe. Siasa ni kujitolea kuimarisha maisha ya wananchi ambao unataka kuongoza.
Joseph Kamotho leaves behind a very rich legacy and a larger than life name, because he was a great servant, and we learn from him that it is possible to have a great name and it is possible to leave a rich legacy without abusing power or position to enrich yourself.
The late JJ, as Minister and Secretary General of KANU from this county of Murang'a, I don't know through what means, identified and picked me from the judiciary and introduced me into politics. And since then, I've never looked back. So I come to pay tribute to a truly great political godfather.
Nilikuwa bonde la ufa leo na mzee, na uliniona nikikuja hapa na helikopta ambayo ni yake. Ndio yeye alinieleza, kijana, shika baskeli yangu kimbia paka kwa rafiki, nyumba ya rafiki yangu, uone jamii ya rafiki yangu na kusema pole.
Kamotho was for years the face and voice of KANU and a loyal defender of retired President Daniel Arap Moi, even though his critics viewed him as a sycophant, particularly at the height of the clamor for multi-party politics in the 1990s. He was however forced out of the Jogoo Party after the infamous and short-lived political marriage between KANU and the National Democratic Party NDP that was then led by Raila Odinga. One of Kamotho's most memorable political quote, that KANU would rule for 100 years, becoming a subject of discussion during his farewell ceremony.
Kamotho alisema miaka 100 ya KANU, na hakupuuza ni miaka 100. Hiyo ni ukweli. Tumeenda miaka 50. Rais wa kwanza ni KANU, rais wa pili ni KANU, watatu ingawa alikuwa NDP na mambo ingine, si alikuwa vice president wa KANU miaka 10. Sasa waine si hata ni product ya KANU.
So many people did not understand him. And that's why I would say he was a sophisticated politician. When everybody thought that because of the Ford euphoria, KANU was going to lose, Kamotho stuck to KANU and KANU won. Because he had the heartbeat of the nation. He knew where Kenya was going.
Mimi sijawahi kusikia JJ Kamotho akitukana mtu. He knew that politics we could differ, lakini siasa ya matusi haisaidii mtu yeyote.
Away from the political scene where he dominated, members of Kamotho's family had a moment to share their memories with his wife Eunice Wambui Kamotho in a statement read on her behalf by Sarah Kimani, eulogizing him as a loving and dedicated husband. His firstborn son, Dr. Charles Kamotho, spoke on behalf of his siblings.
For 45 years, 7 months, and 3 days of our marriage, you gave me dignity, you trusted me, and this made me courageous and confident in all my endeavors. You have had extraordinary love for our children and then our grandchildren.
Mzee loved Mom. As often happens, they would sometimes differ in opinions about a particular issue, and there would be a sort of stalemate. On such occasions, if one of us grown-up children walked into the quiet sitting room after work, where they both still were, the debate would rekindle now that there was a third party to listen or even give their opinion, and eventually the matter would be solved.
Kamotho's close allies and business associates, among them Dr. S.K. Masharia, chairman of the Royal Media Services, also eulogizing the fallen leader in statements made on their behalf by Peter Munga and Jim Nambaru.
When he became the member for Kangema, he more or less became the ambassador of the government in this area of the country. Because most of our people from here are not been to school. And that's why you find that most of them went to business. And therefore, whatever we wanted to know about the government, we would go to JJ, and they were so kind to spend time and explain about the government working.
JJ Kamotho passed on 11 days ago at Hill Park Hospital in Johannesburg, South Africa, after battling bouts of pneumonia for close to a year. JJ Kamotho made a name for himself for his fierce defense of the Jogoo Party KANU, and though he may be gone, when the country's political history is written, no doubt he will have a page or two. Francis Gashuri, Citizen Business Center, Mathioya, Murang'a County.